How do I look? Oh, I just woke up 3 hours ago. I'm not really one for looking in the mirror, so what you get is what you get. All right. I ain't looking for no movie star role, you know. But let's yeah. Good morning. Good morning indeed. It's about 9 a.m. Whoa, there goes my sign. It's actually kind of important to me to know the time. 9:12. Okay, there we go. We're doing the magical box of readings. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, if it doesn't resonate, don't worry. It's not a big deal. The next one will resonate. I've added more since yesterday. Obviously, I'm really trying to get these, maybe they're more intricate messages than what we're used to. And I can't get these messages unless all of these pieces of messages are brought together. Oh, Lordy, Lord. What do we got here? All right, anything else? I've been trying to feed my fish all morning. He's been hiding from me. And as soon as I go live, he comes out. He always comes out to the sound of my voice. He's so funny. Oh, my goodness. Okay, first card. Shopping. Okay. Second card, lies. Somebody could be spending way more money than what they need to be. Somebody could be lying, saying that they need stuff and they don't. Jaws just showed up. This is scary. Somebody is spending money and it's at a scary, alarming rate. There's something... when people go out and spend a lot of money, they're usually covering something up. They're covering some type of trauma up, or they're trying to get through some type of PTSD or something like that. Okay, it's like somebody is spending to get better, to get well, and that's not. It's like drinking to feel better. It's not really like it's kind of yeah. That's just not what we should do. Okay. And then the hex. There's a hex. Look it's hex revealed. Being hexed is a result of a spell, charm, or ritual. Its negative energy is directed to create or cause harm or ill effect. A hex creates the practitioner using forces, talisman, and often personal effects of whoever the hex has circled upon. Oh, wait. I missed a line. A hex creates an action directed and powered by an emotional and mental state of the practitioner, using forces, talisman, and often personal effects of whoever the hex is placed upon. Okay, so somebody is using a hex, like this person is hexed. I feel like somebody has come in and they're using forces of nature to get this person to spend all of their money. 3 of Cups. This could be a personal friend of theirs. Sometimes when you had those friends back in the day that you'd be having a really bad day or something and they'd be like, oh, let's just go shopping, or oh, let's just go drinking, or oh, let's just go drink it away. And it's like, for once, I kind of feel like somebody should not do that, okay? So 3 of Pentacles, the perfect woman, is about 3 mad scientists who team up to create a woman in the lab. The 3 scientists cannot agree on a proper procedure for their experiment, which leads to disaster. The 3 of Pentacles is a card about collaboration. I swear, okay, so there could be like a couple people doing spells against somebody. They could be doing spells against you, okay? And think of shopping as you could also use it in reverse, where there's a hex that doesn't allow you to spend any money at all. that there's something in the back of your mind that keeps thinking that something's going to go wrong. You're going to lose all your money. And if you lose all your money, then you need to keep the money in your account, because what if you lose your job? What if you lose your income? And the way that I've seen that is like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with having a nest egg and putting money away. But like, if you're supposed to lose your job, or if you're supposed to grow or move or evolve or something like that, even losing a job, the universe, if that's what is supposed to happen, okay, the universe will like line you up with another job almost instantly. Okay, that's what's happened to me. Because I know there's a lot of times where I've lost jobs because of other people. It's not because of me. It's not my work ethic. It doesn't have anything to do with me. It's somebody's personal grudge against me. Okay, that I'd have to move jobs or secure a position somewhere else. But the thing is that if somebody gets you fired, or if somebody moves you out of position, that's something that is now kind of on their record that they have to explain in the future, right? It's like, that's an actual attack on you. If somebody makes you lose your job, you don't think they don't pay for that? Like, absolutely they do. Hello, everybody. Somebody is hitting the heart button. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. So it's like, there could be something where you're getting the wrong idea. And it's like, if something is going to destroy your life, like you think, or something, the universe is going to line you up in a different way. So that's why, I mean, try not to drink your feelings away or spend your feelings away to make yourself feel better. I mean, the way that we make ourselves feel better is by caring about ourselves, right? Allowing ourselves time to heal, right? That was something my stepmother never allowed. Like, if like when I was going through something in my 20s, and I was briefly living with her, I needed a time of silence. I needed to contemplate what was going on in my life. And she didn't want me to sit still ever. It was like, get up, we're going here, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. It was a constant rape of my mental illness, because I just needed to sit there in a quiet space. She thinks sitting in a quiet space, contemplating by yourself, is the wrong thing to do. You need to be up, you need to be moving, you need to be talking to people, you need to be stimulated at all times. And that's the disruption that she gives herself. Right, is allowing all these people to get into her life, allowing all these people. She sits there and she talks about shit. She talks about her life. She talks about all this shit that she's trying to get through. And really, she needs to sit in a quiet place and think about what she's done. Think about what the thoughts are that are going on in her head. But instead of her just, grounding herself and getting control of her thoughts, she moves. And my sister picked this up. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Hustle and Flow. Okay, but there's one of the women that is being pimped has a baby with the PIMP, and she treats this child awfully. Every time the child sits and is just by himself, she moves him, she fucks with him, and I forgot what his name is. Oh, he's such a good actor. Anyways, he says to her, he's like, "You're gonna give that boy a tick. Like, you keep fucking with him all the time, every time. Like, he's sleeping, she wakes him up. He's resting, she wakes him up. He's minding by his own business, having fun, she picks him up and she ruins it." It's like constantly doing something to somebody to abuse them because you're in a role above them. So then you don't allow anything to relax or take its time, because this person, whoever's fucking with you, doesn't give them time. That doesn't really give themselves time to relax. They're constantly go, go, go. They want to fuck. They don't want to do anything for themselves. They don't want to work for themselves because they're too busy meddling with other people. That's what I'm getting. They're meddling. Okay. And that's probably why I'm staring at Rosemary's Baby. I don't want to read it because I don't think it's the analogy of the card. It's the analogy of the movie is her neighbors are fucking with her. Okay, that's what they're doing. They're fucking with her and they're trying to get her to do things. They're trying to get her away from things and not listening to herself, and that, no, she's not going crazy. You're fine. Everybody goes through this, right? And it's like, it really starts to like get in her head. Okay. And that's what I feel like these people are doing to you. What this hex is doing is it's getting into your head and it's fucking with you. Okay. And then there's the Magician. Honestly, deception. The Magician lays all of the tools out in front of him and tells you you are ready. It's time to release any self-doubt and barrel on ahead. You have everything you need to succeed in this endeavor. So really, the universe is saying you have everything that you need to get away from this hex, to clear this hex from you, to clear your head, to get these people away from you. Okay. And then the last card is derailed in reverse. They really are trying to derail you. They really are trying to get you off track. They're trying to get you to spend all your money, right? They're trying to get you to say that you're a liar, that you just want to spend everything, that you just want to go out shopping, that you just want to do this, when really it's you've got a bunch of people around you that are trying to turn you into the most perfect person. They're trying to get you off your path because they think that your path is wrong, because on your path, you identify people like this. Okay, on your path, you're actually doing something for society. They don't want you to do that because they're sitting on their ass trying to think of so many things to shut you down. Like, that's really fucking sad. So Spirit is like, basically, clear yourself, keep your head clear, okay? Don't let anybody infiltrate your thoughts right now, okay? Get rid of some people in your life. Like, okay, my whole life, when my stepmother entered my life, we had a dog named Chimo. He was a young husky. I don't know if you know huskies, but huskies have a lot of energy, okay? But it was my sister and I's dog. My father bought it for my sister and I. He meets Cindy, his soon-to-be new wife that he's totally fucking obsessed with, and he takes our dog away from us. She said she couldn't handle him, okay? She said, he's too much for me. It's too much energy. I can't handle Chimo, blah, blah, blah. He's an awful dog. So my father gets rid of him. We come back over on the weekend, ask where our fucking dog is, and he says that he sent it off to a farm, okay? To a farm. And what was fucked up about it is, you know, the whole farm thing. Oh, yeah, you send a dog off to a farm, blah, blah, blah. But the weird thing was, though, is that we actually really thought that he did, because for a few months after that, he said he went and visited him. So we would ask, like, how's Chimo doing? Did you go and see him? Yep. I went and saw him at the farm. He's doing great, blah, blah, blah. He lied to us about 3 or 4 times, actually physically going and seeing this dog. Okay, so for the last, like, few months, I've been going, like, hey, something's up with this fucking dog. Like, I can't get Chimo out of my head. I don't know why. To the point where there's a husky on a card that I pulled as I was talking about him during a live once. So I know this husky is around me. He's still around me. I see him all the time on my third eye, but I think he's a white wolf. But Chimo was really white in the face, so it makes sense that he would come as a white wolf to me, but 2 different color eyes. So I usually know if it's Chimo or not. Anyways, so I was watching Friends last night, and I haven't watched Friends for, I don't know, 20 years. I fucking hated that show. My parents forced me to watch it. My father forced me to watch it every Thursday night at 8 o'clock. Him and his wife, we had to sit down, all fucking 5 of us, and watch Friends every Thursday. It was fucked, because it's the most inappropriate show for kids. Kids should not be watching that show. But my father thought it was funny. Oh, everybody's funny, even though there were jokes that were far beyond my comprehension. Okay, but he forced us to watch it. So I downloaded a couple episodes from season 1, because my sister and I quote Friends a lot because it is funny, right? Joey and Chandler are hilarious. Monica and her ADHD is hilarious, but we do it in a funny way. It doesn't really mean I like the show. So I downloaded a couple episodes. What do you know? It was like episode 2 or episode 3. I think it's 2. They talk about Chi-Chi and how Chi-Chi went to live on a farm. And Ross is convinced that Chi-Chi is on the farm. He's like, but they had horses and a ranch. And Monica's staring at him. And he's like, no, Chi-Chi's at the farm. And then he's like, everyone's going, there's no farm. That was code. There's never a farm. Your dog never goes to a farm. It's called a grave, okay? But my dog, this Chimo was like, he was a puppy. He was like a year old. So why would my dad go put a dog down? Because his girlfriend, it was his girlfriend at the time, couldn't handle his dog? Like, how fucked up is my father, for one, okay? Like, you can say anything about my stepmother for taking the dog away, whatever. She's a fucking bitch. She got her own way because she's an entitled little brat. But what the fuck do you say about my father? Who in their right mind gets rid of a puppy? that he just bought for his daughters, okay? After his daughter was molested, okay? Totally fucking psychologically fucked. And then my dog gets physically taken away from me for no reason. He didn't die. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't bite anybody. Cindy lies. That's what she does. She's always lied. And she's put the liar on my sister and I our whole life. So now that I'm figuring it out, I go, this motherfucker even said he went and visited the goddamn thing. He said he went and visited the dog, saying we couldn't handle it. We couldn't handle the truth. Why would we be able to comprehend or handle the truth that you just killed our dog for your girlfriend because your girlfriend couldn't handle it? And he went off to marry her and then eventually removed his kids from his life because really what Cindy was saying, she couldn't handle his life. So he had to get rid of his life to give her a life. And we did. We got rid of our house. We got rid of our dog. We moved into her house. We made sure she was all confident. She was set. She was okay. And Cindy was okay. But the kids were fucked. All of us kids had no idea what we were doing. My father was beating my stepbrother in front of me multiple days because his rage was so bad. He just gave away his dog. So he was raging on my stepbrother. I watched him beat my stepbrother. Then his fucking wife is yelling at my sister and I, calling us fucking assholes, saying that we're plotting against her. I'm 7 years old. Okay, yeah, a 7-year-old is plotting against a 30-year-old. Like, this is how delusional she was. And now that I'm starting to realize it as an adult, I'm like, there are so many more things that she did that psychologically fucked me up. And every time I try to talk to her about it, every time I email her and I say, I know what you fucking did and you're going to pay for this shit, she fucking cries. She calls the cops. I can't handle this. She's harassing me. She's harassing me because I'm telling you, you're going to get karma. You're going to get what you deserve for fucking with me, for telling everybody my whole life that I was the liar while you were siphoning things out of my life because you couldn't handle me. If you can't handle somebody, you walk away. You don't force somebody to get rid of their kid. You don't force somebody to get rid of their dog. But that was on my father. No, my father should not have gotten rid of that dog. No, my father should never have turned on his daughters. But happy life, happy wife, right? Always have to have the happy life and the happy wife, because if his wife's not happy, then his life isn't happy. And if his life isn't happy, he comes and fucks with me because he thinks I've done something to his precious little life. Okay, I asked him last year because I don't have credit anymore because I was bankrupted by somebody. So I don't have credit anymore. And the only way I could move was through a credit check. I have plenty of money in the bank, okay? And I couldn't move. So I asked him if I could use his credit. Just asked him because all these people are asking for credit checks. He says he didn't have a whole lot of money to be able to help us. I didn't ask for any money. I said, I needed a credit check. I need you to help me. Nope. You can do that on yourself. There are programs out there and there are people that'll help you. You can't use my credit. And then he goes, I'll get you your own visa. I go, what the fuck is getting me a visa right now going to do? I need something now, not in 6 months, not in a year, now. I need a fix now. Nope. Your stepmother, she needs to go on vacation next year and your stepmother needs to be okay. So I can't help you. That's literally what my fucking faggot father says. So this morning I decided to send him an email, which he's probably going to call the cops about because I told him how much of a lying sack of shit he was and he's going to get what he deserves. Last time I told somebody that they were a lying piece of shit and she's going to get what she deserves, OPP came to my house and said I was threatening her. I was harassing her. One fucking email, grow up. The cop laughed, handed me something, just a piece of paper, and he goes, just don't talk to her. I go, gladly. I never wanted to talk to her. I wanted her to say that she deserved what she got after stealing my sister's husband away from her and talking shit to the whole town. Okay, you're going to get what you deserve, you little fucking fat bitch. Okay, so this is a day of reckoning. Okay, I just want to say that. If you feel like you need to go kick somebody's ass, Spirit's already doing it for you. That's what I feel. Spirit's already doing this for you. Like, these people have been ostracizing you. They have been shitting all over your name. They've been lying on your behalf. They've been telling people that you're the cause of the problem. You're the source of the problem. You're the one that needs to go when you're the one trying to tell the truth. You're the one trying to better yourself. You're the one trying to get the skeletons out of the closet. But you realize when you try to get a skeleton out of the closet, those motherfuckers that are in that closet don't want anybody to know about it. So now suddenly you're the asshole. They're always going to make the victim the asshole. Okay, it's like Illuminati. Honestly, just torture some more kids and tell the whole world that it's the kid's fault. Okay, honestly. 10 of Cups. I'm not gonna lie, I really didn't think that was gonna be the energy, but this is the channel. Like, my blood is boiling right now, okay? It is boiling. And it's karma. Karma is going to get you. My father thinks him and his wife are totally fine. Nothing's ever going to happen to them. They're allowed to sodomize children and fuck them and do whatever they want. No, God is always watching. Okay, now we've got the Emperor. The 10 of Cups with the Emperor. Oh, you know what? I actually hope they do call the cops. They called the cops on me a while ago, too, and said that I was harassing them. And I'm like, my own father, like, I wrote him an email, and he calls the police. Like, how much do you not want the truth that you call the police and say your daughter's harassing you for telling you everything that you did to her as a child? I can only imagine the cops that my fucking parents have talked to, like, what's going on in their mind. Honestly, the Tree of Life. Something is happening. Oh my God. Immutable. Okay. So you have literally been muted by some type of family tradition. I can't lie if I tried. Oh my God. This is what this is. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups would be like your ideal situation. Everything you've ever wanted. Your family's there. Picture perfect. You got your property. You got your house. You got all the finer things in life that fill your cup up to the max. You don't need any more when you're at the 10 of Cups. Okay. But this emperor needs a lot more. Okay. This Emperor needs a lot more. Okay. There's the Fool. In reverse, this Emperor wants a brand new beginning. Okay, so don't be surprised if you've got some type of gift on the way. Look at this illness, some type of gift on the way, and they want to derail it because they're sick. And actually, surprisingly, I told my father today that everything that he's done to my sister and I, he's going to die because of it. And I mean, it's not a death threat by any means. I didn't say I was going to kill him. I'm saying death is going to get him, right? And then with this illness, I know my father is physically sick. There's something wrong with his head. Okay, he had a 16-year-old mother. He was treated like a baby his whole life. And his wife is a coddling. Okay, she coddles him and she controls his whole life by coddling him. So he can still be a baby in a man's body. Okay. So there could be somebody coddling this Emperor, and look what I just unraveled, vomiting. Oh my God, vomiting. Okay, so this person around you that wants to fuck with you, they want to take some new start, okay? They want to get in your emotions. They want to take some cups away from you. They want to make you feel like shit, okay? They are sick. And they're looking for these new cups because clearly you might have medicine. You know, you might be a natural healer. Okay, this person is throwing up. They could be throwing up from stress. Okay, knowing what is going to happen to them for everything that they did to you. Okay, Witch's Wisdom. I just want to say, oh my God. Okay, so all of these little trinkets in this treasure basket are all come from the books that come with the cards that I buy. Okay, so I went through the Witch's Wisdom book, okay, and I went to the hex page and I cut out two versions of hex. I cut out the Witch's Wisdom for hex, and I cut out hex revealed. Which means, like, what do you think the odds are of like 500 pieces of paper in here for the same page to come up in less than 2 readings? Same page, okay, out of the same book comes up. Like, I'm not very good with percentages and math, but I'm going to tell you that's like probably a fucking needle in a haystack, okay? I'm just saying. So, Witch's Wisdom. Hex comes with a warning sign for you to be weary of unwanted energies that are being directed your way. Whether you have felt drained of late or have experienced a prickling feeling, you can be sure that when Hex turns up, you have some vital banishing to do. Be sure to check in with your feelings so that you can determine what or who is sucking the life force out of you or directing negative energy your way. Do not be fearful. Instead, be strong and turn any negative into a positive personal power. This is the time for you to take a stand and say, no more. Literally, I said that to my father this morning. No more. You've called me a liar my whole life while lying to me. Okay, I fucking know now. All right, I got you, bitch. You ain't lying on my behalf ever again. Okay. Look more deeply into situations and don't take so much on face value. Tread carefully and keep watch for enemies who lurk in the shadows. Your discernment right now gives you a second sight. So trust your instincts and go for the kill. Hex urges you to release, get rid of, and banish anything that prevents you from walking your true path. You are protected when you heed this omen. Ignore it at your peril. Okay, so that's literally what Spirit is saying. Like, it's not going to be for everybody, and if it doesn't serve you, it doesn't serve you. But I'm telling you, somebody has a hex on them, and because of this hex, it's making the hexie, okay, this emperor, vomit. Okay, they're vomiting. Or they've got an upset stomach, they get a diarrhea, okay, they might not be able to leave the bathroom. It might, to them, look like they've got food poisoning or something like that. It's because everything that they have in their body is trying to fuck with you, which means it's totally throwing them off. Okay, they're not you. So how can they completely put their energy inside of you? They can't without depleting themselves. Oh, family. Honestly, Spirit is amazing. I didn't think these readings were going to be so amazing. Like, how could I know that in these crumpled up pieces of paper, family is right there as I'm talking about family? Honestly, Spirit, good job. They have trained me well. I listen when I'm spoken to, and I don't lie, okay? Lying! Oh my God! Oh my God! That's why I say every reading, I cannot lie if I tried. It's right here. It's right here. Like, I can't lie. Oh my God, these people are fucked. These people are fucked. Oh my God, I love this. I'm getting nip-ons. I'm so... all this energy just went right through my system. And these goosebumps are everywhere. Oh, this is so amazing. Okay, Chalice revealed. This is the Ace of Cups just showed up, okay? One of the 4 elemental tools a witch uses, the symbol of unity of a coven. It is passed around to drink in a circle of blessed water or wine during ritual. Associated with the moon and the goddess of the chalice, stems back to the legend of the Holy Grail. But goblets have been used in rituals for thousands of years. Okay, so you're getting some type of cup back. I mean, this is a 10-cup experience. So these cups are going to come back to you one by one by one. Okay, 10 of them, 10 cups have to come your way. Wow, Knight of Goddamn Wands. Somebody did this quick. Okay, they did this quick. They're used to coming to you and taking things pretty quick. Athame, boundaries. We just got the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. Okay, boom, boom, bitches. Get the point and draw the line. Athame appears as a warning sign. Attention claimed, now cut those ties. Focus returned, now you shall rise. Damn right. Okay, cut those cords. And I mean, honestly, the other day, we were kind of talking a little bit about how to use scissors in a energy clearing ritual, okay? And basically, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. I have these nice flowered scissors. Okay, they're pretty pimp. Get yourself a pair of pimp scissors. Okay, straight from the dollar store. They were like $3. All right, and this is what you do. All around you. You just start cutting. Start cutting under your armpits. Cut around your hair. Don't cut yourself. Okay, keep a good, foot or 2 feet around you. You can do it with your phone. If you do work on your phone or your laptop and you feel like negative energy is coming around you, you snip. And then every now and then you take the scissors, wipe them off, because there's going to be grit on there, and start cutting again. Cut those fucking energetic sons of bitches away from you. It'll be the best thing you ever did. You cut under your arm, cut around, cut. All negative ties, cut. Whoever this fucking person is, they need to learn that they're not allowed to just come into your energy. They're not allowed to just come in and take things. Doesn't matter if they're your family. That's like having a locked door. You live at home, you have a locked door, and they just keep opening it. The whole point of the fucking lock on the door is for your privacy. Just because they're your family, just because you live there, doesn't mean they can break protocol. Doesn't mean that they can just walk into your room and take away all your privacy, right? especially if you're renting property, if you're renting a room, you have every right to do shit in that house. If you're renting, you're paying your fucking money. They cannot come in. They cannot take stuff from you. Okay. They cannot fuck with you. This person is sick. Okay. And they think that they can do these things, you know, and that's a lot of entitlement. Somebody being told at a young age that they're okay to do things, they're okay to steal people's toys, they're okay, you know, it's all fine, you didn't know, blah, 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 right? Just giving people the excuse as to why they do things. And that's like, should never give excuses as to why you did something. Why would you? If you did something, you did it. Drop the excuse. The excuse nobody wants to fucking hear anymore about why they did what they did. Because you were so hard to manage, or you were such a troubled kid, or you were an asshole friend, blah, blah, blah. So you're just going to blame it on somebody else for the way that you acted. You realize how out of control that is? They act a certain way, so then you act a certain way. That means you're leaving your body, giving into their energy, and acting the same way that somebody that you hate would act. Think about that. Okay, think about that for a second. While we draw the next group of cards. All right, box. All right, box. What do we got? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Thank you, box. All right, next message. Take what resonates and leave it doesn't. I love these readings so much. I mean, they have the worst messages, don't get me wrong, but they got a lot of, wow. Okay, next message. 2 of Wands. Where are you going? You're stuck at a crossroads. Which way are you gonna go? Spirit says the Crow with soar. So somebody is soaring in a whole new direction. Good for you. I feel like maybe you're going to turn on somebody, or maybe finally you're going to turn away from somebody. There's the Love card. Love, love, love. It's really still not giving me the answer. Homeland Foundation. Okay, so maybe somebody is coming back around again. Ooh, High Priestess. Damn. Okay. I feel like somebody is going to come around. Okay. And it's almost like you kind of already know what's coming. You might already be like, okay, yeah, I saw this coming. I knew that you were going to say something to me or come over to me. Somebody might be coming to your house. There's nature. Maybe they're going to ask you to go for a walk, meet you in nature somewhere because they're at a crossroads. They don't really know where to go. 7 of Wands in reverse. Some opponents are here to make you stronger, and you do well to remember that. It can be frustrating to pour yourself into a project only to feel shot down when others question it, but it's important to examine their motivations. Right now, people have your best interests at heart, but you may be assuming the worst. Try to be open-minded and release the investment in feeling attacked. Okay, so somebody could be coming back around, and maybe you think they're going to attack you. Maybe you think they're going to yell at you or something. So the universe is like, go somewhere public. Go sit at a park. Go sit outside. You know, if you really feel like they're going to do something to you or they're going to yell at you or something like that, then make sure you're safe. But I don't really feel like that's the case. Luck. Look at the Crow came in again. 2 of the Crows. And we got number 28 with luck. It's a happy day for the Crow who finds fish raining from the sky. Something good is coming. Be sure to position yourself in the place that will yield the best results. Luck does not happen by accident, although it often feels that way. Luck occurs when we are in the right position at the right time with the right skills. When luck appears, good fortune is coming, but it will be your talents that will seal the deal. Imagine being fortunate enough to be on an elevator with a person who you have been wanting to pitch an idea to. It's only luck if you pretend, or it's only luck if you are prepared and ready to articulate your vision. Otherwise, it's just another elevator ride. Oh my God. Okay. So basically what it's saying is you might be at a crossroads. Okay. And it's like, you're just trying to allow the universe to bring you wherever you need to go. You know, sometimes when you get to that place, you don't know which direction to go. So you just kind of simply ask the universe, like, please point in a direction, because I don't know if it's this way and I don't know if it's that way. And then suddenly a bird flies that way. Go that way. Okay. Go that way. Okay. Because when you ask the universe for help, the universe will often answer, but they have to use their animals and their birds and their trees and their nature to give you the message, okay, which is harder than just being able to say it, right? So it's like, read between the lines on something. Like, you might get trapped with somebody, like they said, you know, you might get an elevator ride with a boss that you've been wanting to pitch an idea to, but you can't get 2 minutes alone with, right? You either see the elevator ride as a gift that the universe is giving you this open opportunity to pitch something, or it's just a regular elevator ride with a boss that you want to talk to in the future, right? It's all about when you want something, the universe opens its doors and says, hello, the sign is open, come on in. And you go, but what if that sign is fake? What if it's not open? And what if I get in there and I don't like it, right? It's like, oh my God, you've been asking to go there forever and now it's open and you're not going in. Like, that's like wanting to swim and then you get to the water and you go, it's too cold. Really? What the fuck did we just come here for then? Okay. Cut it off. Wow. I feel that. Like, somebody, it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if the universe is like giving you this opportunity and you're like, I'm going to look at everything else but this opportunity I've been waiting 20 goddamn years for. Okay? Denial. I'm telling you, I don't know who the fuck this is, but look at this. Not everything is in reach, my child. Sometimes I must create distance between what I want and when and how you meant to receive it. This is the thing, is like, you could be reaching for something and you've been reaching for something for a while, but it wasn't ready for you. So when you had to stay out of reach because you couldn't get to it, but now you can get to it and now you're denying yourself. Woo! Talk about a pickle. Okay. Oh, now we got the star upright. The star invites you to remember you have encountered many trials and made it through due to your resilience and faith in yourself and your journey. It invites you to reconnect with your sense of purpose and guides you through whatever changes are coming your way. Follow your inspiration when unbridled, childlike optimism will hum through with adversity. Childhood optimism will see you through it. Okay. So literally it's like the star is guiding you. I'm telling you, I don't know if you're going to watch a bird go in the right direction or if you're going to ask the universe and something's going to lead you in the right direction. Okay. Because it's love. It's the right direction. It's already how you're feeling, but it's almost like, yeah, but I can go this way because that's an option. Just because something is an option doesn't mean it's where you're supposed to go. Okay. There's the Bates Hotel. Or motel, I should say. You might be going on a trip and staying at some motels. Okay. And there is the lovers. Okay. We have the lovers and love. And I can't help but, okay, take that as a sign where it's like, I don't know, there could be a relationship coming to you. And like I said, you're denying yourself. Maybe you've been waiting to see somebody for a long time and now you finally see them and you're not saying anything to them, right? You could have moved back home, back into town. Somebody's in town you haven't seen, but yet you're not talking to them, but yet you've waited for them to come home for years, right? It's like somebody is definitely, they're going in way too many different directions when they made a wish and now the wish is there and they're like, I mean, as a woman, I have always asked men out. Always. Okay. Hey, do you want to get a drink? Hey, do you want to meet up? Hey, do you want to do this? Hey, do you want to date? And I mean, I always generally get a good reaction. Men always find me intimidating, or I can't ask you out. What if you don't like me? What if you're going to yell at me or whatever the fuck it is? And now I'm like, as I reach this new stage, of becoming Whitney, who's a woman, I'm like, I'm never asking a man out again. I'm not doing it. Women get asked out. You want to ask out a woman, you want to go on a date, ask the woman out. Don't expect a woman to ask you out. I know it's not it's 2025 and men are women. No, men have become cowards and they use women and say that they're scared of them. If you're scared to ask a woman out, why do you want to ask them out then? Like, where's your confidence? If they're scaring you, don't ask them out. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, being scared to ask somebody out is not exactly the best platform. You want to have confidence when you do that. You want to cut off the bullshit, cut off the little boy syndrome, and you want to date somebody. Well, you're going to have to ask them out. Okay. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's like, you got to ask them out and maybe it might lead to a couple motel rooms. Maybe you might meet in between. Maybe you don't live close to each other. Okay. That's why it's like meet out in nature. I don't know, meet with a bunch of people around, right? But it's like to constantly deny yourself something that you want when you're being led towards something and then going, it's not for me. Okay. Well, it's being driven right towards you. So if you don't want it, and that's like what I say in my yard, in my ghetto complex, you leave something outside, somebody's going to take it. Okay. You cannot leave anything outside if it's not locked up. There are now cameras all over this premises because everybody gets robbed and they're sick of it. So now we've got cameras all over this fucking place because it's like, I'm not just going to put something down because I know someone's going to take it. If you miss this, if you've got something, even a job, Indeed's advertising for this job, you've always wanted to work there, but now all of a sudden you're like, well, it's not ideal conditions. When the fuck is it? Do you ever realize that with people? They're like, well, we're not ready to have a kid yet. It's not ideal conditions. If you wait forever, then it's never going to be ideal conditions. It's never going to be, life is so fucking perfect that now you make your move. Life is messy, okay? Something happens to people every day. There's bad luck around people every day. Nothing, like, life is messy, it's dirty, it's gross. If you're waiting for the perfect opportunity, it's never going to happen. Okay, put it that way. That's how the universe wants to leave us. If you're waiting for the perfect opportunity, it's never going to come because the opportunity is already presenting itself, which means if you don't want it, that's all good. But just know that somebody else is going to take it then. And if it comes back around 10, 20, 30 years, I have a freaking hair on my neck, then it's ready for you. If it's not, then it's not. There it is. There's that nasty hair. Okay, so I'm telling you, universe this is the way that the universe can have your back. Okay, I know it sounds like kind of bad when it comes out of my voice, but it only comes back because I have a raspy voice and it sounds like I'm angry all the time, but really, I'm never angry, okay? You can never really get me angry. I get upset. About things because I'm an emotional person and I allow myself to feel, but I don't get angry. That is one thing I stay away from. I stay away from being angry. Like, I can get mad, but not angry. You might get angry if you deny yourself this. Aw, I'm getting this Stained song in my head. And I think it's the video. I think it's the song about his daughter. The song he sings about his daughter. Oh no, this is my life. It's not what it was before. All these feelings I shared. And this is my dreams. It's not what there was before. Somebody wake me, 'cause I must be sleeping. And now that we're here, so far away. Oh, okay. So Far Away by Stained. That's what I mean. Like, you might not be right beside this person or in the same town or in the same province, but it doesn't mean you can't meet up. Like, meet up in the middle. Okay. Meet me halfway. Okay. Meet up in the middle at a hotel or something. I don't know. Somebody, you might be far away from somebody. And I feel like I can face the day. And I want you. All right, next. And I can't believe that I'm ashamed to be the person that I am today. Okay. Thank you, Box. The first card I unraveled while telling that story was the death card. Lucky number 13. Could be a Scorpio in the house. But we got death. Mort. With death. This is the exact same page. Okay, this is from the same deck, the same page. I cut death out above it. That's from the same deck. Again, how? How did you find each other in the box? How did you find each other in the box? That's crazy. The same page, double death, double 13. Ace of Cups. New cycle coming in. When this card appears, you have met somebody with a significant and intoxicating, and even though you logically know that it won't work out, your heart is open to experience it anyways. Enjoy it. Oh my God. Okay, so somebody might be kind of like opening up the door to something they feel like is going to kill them. Okay, and Seven of Pentacles. I don't think it is. I think it's really going to grow you. I think death is amazing. Death is transformation. There's fire and passion. Death is transformation, and when mixed with fire, like, I mean, it's like the phoenix rising from the ashes. Like, all is not lost just because it's burned down. There's the Scorpion, again from the same book. Now I'm getting like, just because life can look like it can sting you and it looks dangerous. I mean, people have scorpions crawl on them all the time. They have like a deadly poison inside of them. Okay. Art therapy. I like that. This is really going to be therapeutic to somebody to leave death at the door and transform their life and grow into what they always really wanted to be. Like in that song, he sings, I can't believe that I'm not ashamed to be the person that I am today. And if you were abused or if you were, whatever in your childhood, right? Sometimes you carry that as shame, right? You carry that with you. You carry that guilt. You carry what they did to you, right? Thinking that they didn't love you because you weren't lovable enough, or they treated you like shit because you did something wrong, when they were the adult. They know how to love. They know how to act. They lied to you, okay? And then there's the Ace of Swords. Don't be afraid. No need for fright. Imagination, sacred sight. Time to believe, for this is key. Unleash your gift. Trust what you see. Okay? So this is not death. It's something bigger than death. Okay? Knight of Needles. The Knight of Needles has a smooth, devil may care cavalier attitude. He's clever and quick-witted, and with his maturity and focus to back up his brilliant ideas with precision action. Put your energy into maintaining the pace of your forward momentum and stop at nothing to see things through. Okay. So, I kind of feel like somebody might be trying to get, like I said, like bring themselves back from the dead. Okay. Like I'm thinking like, rehab. Like now I'm getting slain. He went to rehab like multiple times. Mad Child went to rehab multiple times. I know somebody, my sister's husband, when she first met her ex-husband back in the day. They went on a date, and the next day he went to rehab for a massive opiate addiction. And then he stayed in rehab for 30 days. And I mean, he was a really bad example. He never went to AA. He then used money, right? Which is what a lot of them do. They come out of addiction, and because they can't drink anymore, now they start spending money, right? And because they turn one addiction into the next addiction, right? And that's what this could be too. It's like you might have like a sex addiction, which you have to drop in order to have a relationship. Okay. It's like somebody has to take something seriously. It's not the end of the world to stop drinking. Okay. Even if all your friends drink, guess what? You're going to find new friends. And what the funny thing is that at your time and your age, you probably don't need new friends. The friends are probably the thing that's fucking you up, okay? Because friends can be a third-party interference that constantly take your main goal and they derail you. Come and do this, come and do that, come and do this, come and do that. It's like, no, I have a set schedule. I want to do this, this, and this. Even when I channel my readings, if my sister wants to go and do something and I know I want to go live, she's got to go do it herself. You want to go do groceries during this time, you want to go do fuck around, you want to do clean, whatever. I have to do this. This is my time. I scheduled it. I'm not going to let somebody derail me just because it's an at-home business. And sure, I can go with my sister. It doesn't matter when I do this, but I want to do this. It's all about discipline. Somebody's got to discipline themselves a lot better. Okay. Like, honestly, like discipline is necessary. Okay. 3 of Wands upright. There is a huge world to explore outside. And the 3 of Strands, when the 3 of Strands turns up, it's encouragement to expand your horizons. While you may be comfortable where you are, it's important to challenge yourself to imagine bigger possibilities. Like I feel like somebody is living in a very small world, right? With alcohol as their main source, or drugs as their main source, or friends as their main source. And that's not. Body snatchers, oh my God, invasion of the body snatchers. I'm telling you, people are really trying to just take you away from you. Art therapy, if I have a bad day, if I'm having a bad week, I paint. I never knew that was a form of therapy. I never knew that was a way that I could release myself because my parents never helped me through anything. I had to find my own answers my whole life because they were too busy having sex and getting drunk. Okay. So I had to do everything myself, and I had to untrap myself from them. Right? Which is probably why I've been single for 10 years. I'm not going to use a relationship as a codependent crutch. Like, my father holds on to my stepmother as if she's not there, he's going to fall. He's a grown ass man who had a fully functioning business that she ruined. His wife ruined his at-home business, ruined his relationship with his daughters, ruined his life, ruined his money. She has ruined everything by her saying that because she had cancer about 30 years ago in her breasts, she should have had them removed. She didn't. So now she plays victim. I've had cancer. I could have died. Bitch, I've been hit by cars. I've had, oh my God, massive heart problems. My heart stopped once. I've stopped breathing. Okay. I have scoliosis, which is probably going to kill me. I have Crohn's disease, which can kill me. I have fibromyalgia, which honestly, if you've ever had, it makes you want to die. Okay. I'm still here working, living, going on with my life, but she mentally can't handle it. No, she's got to pop her pills and hold on to my father. Like, if she doesn't hold on to him, she's got no life at all. If my father wasn't around, she wouldn't even know how to live. She would have no idea. She doesn't even know. All she knows how to do is pay her bills. She does not know how to take care of that house. She does not know how to take care of her body. She does not know how to take care of those cars. She doesn't know how to take care of anything. She actually physically doesn't even know how to take care of herself. Okay. So that's why she controls my father, because if she was actually in control of herself, she wouldn't want to control anybody. Because if you're in control of yourself, that's about all you can handle is yourself. You don't even want to try to take on anybody else because you are now under control. Okay. People are trying to control people. They can never they always use excuses. They're always trying to, get the ball out of their court, even though it's their turn. It's their hit. They're the ones that are supposed to say something. No, they don't have to. No. Like, don't let these people body snatch you anymore. Like, they're taking over you. They're taking over you. All right. There's the birds. These people are coming for you, and they come for you in big piles, okay? They attack you. Like my stepmother, she never would say anything when it was just me and her. When it was just me and her, she was actually quite nice. When my father was around, all of a sudden now we need to have a discussion, okay? When other people are around, now all of a sudden, at my cousin's wedding, I just found out I had Crohn's disease, and I was kind of like, I just lost like 30 pounds, right? I just found out she attacked me at my cousin's wedding, okay? Her son had to get in between her and I because she was yelling at me going, I had breast cancer. You need to take your life seriously. You've got Crohn's disease. You need to take, I died. I almost died. I was this. Her son physically went in between her and I because she was following me around, yelling at me, trying to tell me how much I need to take my life seriously and all this shit. And I'm going, honey, Mrs. Boobs R Us, the one who just had breast cancer but kept their boobs for their husband, I don't need to hear any advice from you, bitch. No advice from you. That's what I mean. People do not know how you're supposed to live your life. They do not know how you're really supposed to treat yourselves. Like if that was me, if I had the littlest even lymph node bit in my boob, these things would come off. Do you think I care about these things? You think I care about these? I would rather live my fucking life than have 5-pound boobs on my chest that make my life a living fucking hell. But she kept her boobs and she was like, oh my God, if they take off any of my boobs, it's covered by the OCC. It's covered by the government. They touch my boobs, it's covered. It was all about her boobs. Boobs this, boobs that, when my father's just sitting there. Oh, I know, Cindy, I love your C boobs. I love your boobs. Keep your boobs. I don't care if you've got cancer. You can just keep taking all the drugs and keep your breasts. Like, it was like really disgusting. Okay, really disgusting to watch how attached she is to her breasts. The one thing that can kill her. Okay, so I'm telling you, be careful because these fucking psychos around you have no idea what they're talking about. They are fucking delusional, okay? And there's The Shining. Okay, I love this because you know what they call channeling? Channeling is shining, okay? That's what they call it. Okay, consider the space you are inhabiting and the effect it has on you and others. Good energy may be neutrally arrived at or the result of effort. Bad energy may be inbuilt or occurs deeper than a hexed patterned carpet. The two ways to approach most situations, related but individual. The situation not need as dull, all as one or the other. Emphasize work. Okay, literally, this person is you need to do a lot of work. Okay, spirit is really like, you need to do some work on yourself. Okay, you need to death this person out, or these people out, or these feelings out. You need to like start a fire. Honestly, this one time I was camping and my sister and I lit a fire and I wrote a bunch of things on paper and I threw them into the fire. And I felt like that was like a huge breakthrough for me, because when you write something and you say it to the universe and then you burn it, you're burning it to the universe. So then it becomes as infinite as the universe, you know, it becomes air. It becomes a message in air now. And a message in air can find who it needs, right? That's how we have to get messages out. We have to speak. That's why words are so vital. Without your words, then how are people supposed to communicate with you? How are you supposed to communicate with others? How are you supposed to get your word out if you're not speaking? People need to speak. When you bottle yourself up, when you let others control you, when you let others speak over you, when you let others take your voice away from you, when you let others invade your body, right? You're telling people that it's almost like I'm too vulnerable, but you're not. You're a lot stronger than what you think you are. And I almost feel like you're the Scorpion in this. Like 3 fucking Scorpions turned up. So I don't know if you are a Scorpion, if your Scorpio is your moon, is your sun, high Scorpio energy, 3 Scorpio cards. Okay. So that to me is like, you have to death this out. You have to. It's the only way. Oh my God. And your last card is the wishing well. Wishing. I'm telling you, you wished for this. You wished for this, okay? For the ability to let these reins go, to get out of this, right? To release yourself from this. You have to let this go. I'm telling you, I think you're going to feel so much better. I mean, go to rehab, talk about it, go to Reshrink, let it out, talk about it on social media. Do what I do, okay? I didn't start a YouTube channel to talk about my father, but I incorporate him with readings because he has allowed, 39 years of being a liar to me, and I won't suffer in silence with my father ever again. I've sent him a few emails that I should actually be putting up on social media. There was a recording I sent to him today when I found out that he actually killed my dog for the sake of his girlfriend, because she was his girlfriend at the time. Killed my dog for his girlfriend? Okay. Like, I mean, that's a sacrifice. That's a sacrifice. See, I have to say it a few times. That's a fucking sacrifice. She blood sacrificed my dog. Oh, she calls herself a great woman. I was such a nice stepmother to you. I was amazing. You're the ones that didn't love me. You're the ones that attacked me. You see what people can do? When they get into your head, they manipulate. She has attacked me since the second she walked into my life. And she has told my father, I'm the one that attacks her. When you really got to dig into your past sometimes about the dogs who have died, or your friends that disappeared, or people that stopped coming around, or somebody who told you that you weren't allowed to draw, get in your imagination. Like, she wouldn't even let me paint if it wasn't real. Like, I wasn't allowed to paint my imagination if it wasn't exactly how it was in real life. I was lying. I was a liar. My paintings were lyings. Like, there were so many things that she did that, like, I mean, no wonder Whitney has tried to die so many times. Like, I literally have tried to kill myself so many times because I felt like I was in this tornado of everybody saying all the things that I could be and all the things I couldn't be. And if I was all the things that they didn't want me to be, I wasn't me. And if I'm me, now that I'm me, none of those people are around, which just goes to show they didn't want me to be me. Me being me is such a threat to them because I'm a walking, talking truth machine. Like, if you lie to me on spot, I know. Okay. If you lie to me on the phone, I know. If you lie to me during text message, I know. You lie at all, I know. I know people's intentions. I know people's minds. You can't fuck with me. Sometimes I'll get like a little, because like I don't want to believe that people are as brutal as they are, but when it comes out they are as nasty as they are, I'm usually like, yeah, okay, I know I didn't want to believe it, but just because I don't want to believe it is just because I want to believe in humanity and them being truthful, honest people. I thought my stepmother was a truthful, honest person. I really thought I was the problem. I really thought I was crazy. I thought I was everything wrong with her whole life. There wasn't anything wrong with me. There was nothing wrong with me. So, I mean, if that's what you got to do, if you got to go to therapy and talk about life, from childhood, you might figure out a lot more shit where you think your life was awesome, but yet there's something in your head telling you, I don't think your life was as awesome as what you thought it was. Okay. But when you're a child, you don't really know how much of an asshole your mom or dad is being. You don't know because that's all you know is them. Right? Hello, Diane. I hope you're having a good day. What are we at? 101.51. I like that shit. All right. Do we need any more? I think that's good. My snake is so cute. Sometimes he just wants his space, but he wants to stare at me the whole time. So he'll sit in the front of his enclosure and stare at me. He's doing that right now. He's so funny. Hello, 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 everybody. Who else is there? Hey, Ellie. Honestly, I dated a Sagittarius, Ellie, and he knew every time I lied to him. It could be like a little white lie. He knew. He knew. You're right. Sagittarius people are lie detectors as well, for sure. Actually, even one of my best friends, she was a Sagittarius. And she was a really she was a really good lie detector as well. You're right. I never thought of that. Absolutely right. I wonder what it is. Warrior. First card down. Woo. Whew. I must have just burnt a seed. Suspicion. Okay. Now we have power. Children of the Night. Okay. Give me something. There we go. Okay. Power, warrior, suspicion with Children of the Night. Okay, so honestly, what I kind of feel like this is, collective. Okay. Spirit is explaining how important you were as a child. Okay, so somebody has massive amounts of power, okay? And it's something that was ignited when you were a child. And especially if you've survived a lot of things, that's what helped you turn into an even more badass warrior. Okay, is the things that they've put you through. Definitely people around you that have been very suspicious of your power. Okay. Probably often knocking you down, calling you a fake, saying, oh yeah, she sees the future. Oh yeah, they say they have power. A lot of quotations, a lot of gaslighting. Okay. So it forced somebody to turn inward, which is what helped them to self-discover even more. Okay. So by people ignoring your power, okay, it involved you to move inward, and by turning inward, actually activated your power even more. Okay. So now we have the World. No way. Oh my gosh. Okay. So the World is all about life being an absolute disaster from start to finish. And that is what life is. It's an absolute disaster from start to finish. You have these nice, calm parts in the middle, but for the most part, it's hell and back. Okay, it really is. Life is not... It's not designed to be easy. It's not designed to, put palm leaves down as you walk. Okay, so when people treat it that way, right? Like you're making things worse, you're making things chaotic, you're blowing things out of proportion. They're gaslighting life and putting it all onto you as if you're the most powerful person in the room. And maybe you fucking are, okay? Maybe you fucking are. There's Two of Swords. The Lady by the Shore, a tale of a solitary woman who is seen by a local fisherman sitting on a stone bench by the ocean, blindfolded, holding two crossed swords. The fishermen gather in a nearby tavern to discuss the woman and what her story might possibly be. The truth surprises everyone. The Two of Swords is a card about mental balance, weighing options, and difficult decisions. Okay, so I feel like these fishermen are the ones that are representative of the people that sat around you criticizing you, okay, and giving their own personal opinions about you, and instead of asking you, instead of going up to you, right, instead of asking what you've been through or asking what you're doing, they're assuming, right, they're making these assumptions because they, I find a lot of people want to play psychic. Okay. And I don't even fucking play psychic. Okay. Like I do this as a living, but I don't sit there going, I bet you they're doing this. I bet you they're doing no, I barely even want to I barely even want to pull cards on people in relationships and stuff because it's so biased. And sometimes I do not read it, properly because I want the answer that I want, so I don't even fucking play psychic half the time. I don't even fucking act like I'm a psychic. I just fucking read energy. Okay. So it's whatever this is, they had so much of an opportunity to just ask you, you were right fucking there. And they just made all these assumptions. Okay. So now we've got the Nine of Swords. The story is called Night Night, about a man who awakens from a nightmare to find himself tied to his bed with 9 swords hanging over him. He cannot move from the bed without making the swords fall and must figure out a way out of the trap. The Nine of Swords is about waking a nightmare A mental problem that is so intense, it's immobilizing. Wow. Okay, so these people, okay, immobilized you. Okay, you might have what's called paralysis, dream paralysis. You wake up and you can't move your body. That is an entity in your house. Okay, your power is so strong that entities find you and suspend their energies over you. Okay, so then they can suck up your power. Okay, so someone's making me think about night or sleep paralysis. Okay, and then we've got the Ace of Swords. And then Jaws. Okay, we're gonna need a bigger boat. I just watched this again the other day. I haven't watched Jaws in a while. Okay. Experts and authorities can prove unreliable, especially when their status, reputation, or self-regard factors into their actions. When made aware of a deeper problem lurking below our surface perceptions, the first instinct may be to seek such help. Even so, it may ultimately be up to us to blow the thing out of the water. Preparation is key. Your preparation is most important of all. Okay, so I think there were a lot of things that happened when you were a child to prove how much power you had. Okay. And I think you realized that you are much bigger than just a small child or just a woman or just a man. You know, like you're much bigger than that. Your aura. And I once said that to somebody. I met this guy and he was like, 6'2", maybe about, I don't know, $190. He was a skateboarder, so I mean, and concrete layer, so the guy was ripped, okay, but he was tall. And I used to always say to him, I'd be like, "You're huge." And he'd be like, "I'm not big, I'm not big, I'm not a big guy." And I'd be like, "Buddy, I'm not talking about how tall you are. I'm talking, you are big. You have a huge aura around you." And he always took it like I was calling him fat. Like he was a fucking woman, okay? Full-fledged woman. I'd be like, "Ryan, you look really big today." "Oh, I'm not big. What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Buddy, you're 6'2". You're fucking huge compared to my 5'5" ass, for one, okay? You're big. And I'm like, I don't know. And then I'd look at his friend and I'd be like, "Why is he like this? Like, do you know what I'm talking about?" And his friend would go, "You're talking about his aura." I'm like, "Of course I am." I'm like, "Do you know how big that guy is?" Like, he walks into a room and fucking everybody just looks at him. And again, it's not his goddamn height. This man took it like he was a fucking woman. I couldn't talk to him anymore. I'm like, oh my God, like, how defensive are you? Like, it means it's a good thing, okay? Like, but I'm not fat. How can I possibly be fat? Even men are like that. Grow up. Oh my God. Ace of Swords. Double Ace of Swords at the end. Shut the fuck up. Are you kidding me? I don't think that's ever happened. Ace of Swords at the end. Like, I'm telling you, you are something so much bigger than these people anticipated. Okay. And they want to have power over you. They wanted to, do shit to you when you were a kid. People got to realize everybody grows up. They grow up, they get bigger, they put weight on, they get bigger than you, and they can fucking learn how to fight back, right? Like, this is pretty fucking bad. Like, they really thought that they had you contained, and that's a lot of Jaws. They really think that they can just get him. And their little boat, okay, is going to protect them. And he comes after that boat right away. He starts to sink that fucking boat right away. You think you're so powerful. No, you're fucking not. No, you're not. And your fucking house isn't that set in stone either, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Oh. All right, so we got some powerful children up in the house. Well, you guys aren't kids anymore. I just got the taste of a candy in my mouth. From like childhood too. That's really weird. I almost feel like it was like those gum, I think they call them gum droppers, and they were super sour. That's what I just tasted in my mouth. It's so weird. Yeah, gumdropper? Wait. Is that what they were called? I don't know. This is what's coming out of my mouth. It sounds so weird. Okay, last reading. What's going on in the chat? 113.41. Oh, Ellie, you're a guy? I'm sorry. I just assume Ellies are girls. He had badly dysmorphic episode. Body dysmorphic episode. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Ellie, but you're obviously resonating, and that's amazing. Okay, last but never least. My king snake is out. Oh, I haven't seen her in so long. I thought she was going to die on me. Oh, she's kind of signaling to come out too. So I'm glad this is going to be the last reading because I'm going to have to finally have some very much needed time with my snake. I haven't seen it for a while. Death again. Are there just a bunch of scorpions in the house or what? Scorpio. Here we go. Fate. What is fate going to hand you? Ace of Pentacles. Because in his hands, he has a cup in one hand, and then the other hand is open. Because that's what it is. What's fate going to give you, right? And Ace of fucking Pentacles? Like, that's pimp, bro. That's pimp. But why do we have all of a sudden a spy? Why do we have spy? Ace of Swords. Ace of Feathers represents a whirlwind period of breakthroughs, epiphanies, and revolutionary aha moments. You're feeling innovative, clever, and inspired. Make note of all your new ideas, for they have incredible potential. Grief. Okay. I kind of feel like maybe you're going to get an epiphany breakthrough on a business that you want to start. There's self-worth. Okay. And the reason why we have spy here is I feel like maybe you have to spy on some other companies and see how they do stuff, right? There's dinner. Okay. Maybe somebody's spying on you and getting breakthroughs while watching you. The Chariot. Okay, so like I feel like this Ace of Swords, fate is on its way to you, and it's not going to stop at anything. Now my nose is all itchy. Okay, so it's not going to stop until it reaches you. Okay, which is why it's like two aces back to back. Ace of Swords and Ace of Pentacles. Like somebody could be, maybe someone's spying on your business. Maybe they want to sell your product. They want to get you big in the big names. There's protection. Okay, and actually on the other side of protection is confidence. So protect your ideas right now. Okay. Protect your epiphanies, because like there could be epiphany after epiphany after epiphany, like almost like deja vu, deja vu, deja vu. Okay, and that's you connecting more with your self-worth. Oh my God, then look at risk. So I mean, something is going to involve a leap of faith. Okay, which who doesn't love a good leap of faith? Okay, Seven of Cups. Okay. The volume of the suit of Seven of Cups concerns young amateur magician Artie Mancini, who finds a magic skull cap in a forgotten storeroom of a long shuttered magic supply warehouse. The skull drives Artie into a world of illusion where he imagines a life of wealth and celebrity, living in a castle and marrying Rita Hayworth. The Seven of Cups is about being weary of intoxication of dreams. They may also seem attainable and always in reach. It's important to keep both feet on the ground as you have to take a leap of faith. Oh, the irony of that. Okay. And the last card is rigid. Okay. So maybe it's not so much you have to take a leap of faith, but you have to put your walls down. Okay. Might have to put your walls down because with those walls up, you know, that's where your imagination sometimes can get out of control. And you can start thinking things that are not there and seeing things that aren't there and imagining things that aren't there. So you put your walls down, open everything up, and then you see that there's an offer being made to you, but it involves you having to do something to attain it. Okay. And like with spy here, I mean, maybe do some investigation. Okay. And I mean, I don't really like suggest spying on people. That's kind of creepy. But if you're like spying on a business to see like when they're at their highest peak, when they've got the most customers, when they close, how good their location is, if it's something like that, I mean, you might have to spy quite a bit, because spy would be / investigate. Okay, that's what I'm getting. And then also with dinner, if there are people in your community doing stuff that you want to do, I mean, anybody, you know, you buy somebody dinner, I mean, I'm sure they'll be willing to chat your ear off about anything, right? That's the thing. Like, you got to be willing to spend a little bit to get something, right? Yeah, she's ready to come out. Oh, I haven't seen her in so long. She's so big. She's still a baby, but she's growing and she's wants to come out probably and take a big old poop. So I am going to leave it at that. I must tend to my snake, and thank you so very much for being here. This was an awesome reading. Okay, and what are we at? 121.31. Awesome. Always remember, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, if it doesn't resonate, don't take it, obviously. If you want a private reading, WhitneyMoonshine@gmail.com. One word. Okay, and yeah, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. For those who did like the video, thank you very much. Thank you for speaking. Thank you for talking. Thank you to all the new people. All right, I can't really see the chat that well. Oh yeah, Ellie, you are a guy. I'm pretty sure that's a picture of you with a mustache. Sorry about saying that you were a girl. Thank gosh. I knew this girl that I worked with. Her name was Ellie, and she was a fucking whore. Like, such a slut. Fucking, oh, I hated her. Ugh. So I'm so glad you're a guy. It makes me like that name more. Thank you. So thank you for the chat. Have a really good day. I'm going to clear myself, clear yourself, clear your temples. Drive safe. Have good days at work. Peace out. Bye, Diane.